Hello guys, today I want to show you how to do this question. On the right side, you can see the dot string and the dot test. So, but actually, those I'm using the terminal. So, okay, that's not a problem. And okay, since if you pause the video and look at the question and look at the pause, you will find that it's a little bit challenging. Yeah, if you don't know how to do that, first of all, you can try to do this question. If you find that you can't, just like me, I can show you how to solve the one step by step here. So F circle F1, F2, F3. Okay, I see. Okay. First of all, you can see this add one function times 2 function, F3 function, and you have to loop these 3 functions here. So first of all, you have to understand what's the curly function mean. What's the lambda function? Or you have to know the high order function first. If you don't know that, you'll find it's really hard to understand what are we saying. Yeah. So you have to revise those concepts if you don't understand the high order function, those sorts of stuff. Yeah, okay, let's move on here. First of all, because this is a curly function, I'm using the higher order function here. That is a def. I can name it to the g function, and because it's the number of times, so I create create the argument as the n. So that means we have to return the g function, the g. Don't call the g here. You don't try to call the g in the function, right? Okay, and then call the next one. And this one is the result function. Because first of all, you call the first function, that's the outer function, and then you call the second function, and then the last function, that's the inner function, the most inner function. So that's the result function. That's the x right now. So let's see how to solve this one. So while we can use the while function, while loop, no, not while function, while loop. So while the n is at least 3. Wait, sorry. Here you have to do something before. I mean, you can use the non-local. Use the non-local variable. No. Use the non-local syntax here. Non-local f, non-local n. But if you don't know what does the non-local means, it's fine. If you know that, you can keep using the n. If you don't know the non-local keywords, I can use the other way. Yeah, we have to use the m to store the n. We cannot just directly use the n because it violates the rule here. Actually, I don't know how to explain that rule, but if you try to use the n, you get the error message. Yeah. So I have to store the n into the another variable, new variable. That's the m. So m is at least 3, and then you can store the m. So not the n. Store the x. The x, that's the f of the 3 parentheses f of 2 f3 parentheses f2 parentheses f1 x. Okay, so you are updating the x and then store the new x into the x. Updated x. Okay, why not? Return the value. Because if the number of times is greater is at least 3, you must use all the function, right? Yeah. If the number of times is at least 3, right? You have to use all the function and then minus the 3. Minus the 3. I forgot to add this. You have to minus the 3 and check that if the m is still greater or equals to the 3. If it's not, return. Because I'm using the while loop here, so you can keep minus the 3, minus the 3, minus the 3. Again, right? And then last, I'm gonna use the shorthand if statement. Okay. So return f of the 1. f1 or f1 of the x if m equals to 1. Else f2 of the f1 of the x if m is 2. Otherwise, else returning x. Because if it is less than 3, it must be 1, 2, or 0, right? It cannot be negative. If it happens to negative, it's impossible to negative. So first of all, we have to check that the n must be positive value. It must be positive. If the number of times that is less than 3, you can skip the while. Just skip the while. Yeah. And then directly use returning this shorthand if statement. If in the very first time the number of times is less than 3, okay, if it's at least 3 or more than 3, use the while loop to call all the function, all the 3 of the functions, yeah, and minus the 3 in each time, and then and then when the m is less than the 3, return the value with the shorthand if statement. Or you can use you can just use the normal if statement. Yeah, I prefer using a shorthand if statement. Okay, if you know what does the right now is already finished here. The code works. Yeah. Okay, but if you want to use a non-local variable, non-local, not variable, non-local syntax, x, not x, and so you can directly use the and. You don't need to care about the n. Otherwise, you have to store the n into a new variable. Yeah, because if you don't know environment diagram or some other technique, you still using the variable n, you get the error result. Yeah, not error result, error message. So that's all. If you have any ideas, feel free to comment. Thank you.